Hello and welcome. Before we start implementing the code for our notification service, let's just briefly see or talk about the notification service and the emails that will be sent via the notification service. Now, as you know, the notification service will handle sending of emails, okay? Now, we are not implementing push notification or any other form of notification. Just emails will be sent via this notification service. Okay, the notification service will consume events from other services and then send the appropriate emails, okay, to the receiver. Okay, so that is what the notification service will do. Now let's take a look at the different parts or the different emails that notification service will send. Okay, so we have the notification service. Like I already said, it will not send push notification or any other form of notification, only just email notifications. Okay, so now the notification service will send the email verification. Okay, so when a user creates an account, we will need them to verify their email. Okay, so the user can still access the application even if they don't verify their email, but they will be limited. For example, if the user creates an account and then has not yet verified their email, they won't be able to create a seller's account. They won't be able, or a buyer won't be able to contact a seller. Okay, so once a user creates an account, then we'll send them a verification email from the notification service. Another email that will be sent from the email service is the forgot password. So a user wants to reset their password, so they forgot their password and they need to reset the password. Then they will receive an email, okay, asking them to reset the password, and we're going to do that, send the email via the notification service. And then after the password reset is successful, we need to send them a message telling them that, okay, the password reset was successful. Okay, so we are going to send a notification email as well. Another email we are going to send from the notification service is going to be an offer email. So what does that mean? When a buyer and a seller communicates, when they chat, and then a seller sends an offer to a buyer, maybe a custom gig. Probably the main gig price maybe was $20, and then after their communication, they both agreed, okay, you do it for $15. Okay, then the seller will send a custom gig or send an offer to the buyer. We are going to send an email to the buyer letting them know that, okay, you've received a custom offer from the seller. And then another email will be the order email. And this order email, we are going to send about 5 different emails related to orders. Okay, so the first email related to order that will be sent is when an order is placed. So if a buyer places an order, then we need to send a notification to the seller that, okay, a buyer or someone has placed an order for your gig. Okay, so we are going to send an email. And then the order receipt. So if a user pays for an order, we need to send them a receipt. Okay, a receipt to their email, letting them know that, okay, that the payment was successful. Okay, here is a receipt. And then another email that will be sent will be extension request. Now, probably after a buyer placing an order, receiving a receipt, and the seller starts the order, and then maybe for some reason the seller needs more time. Okay, the seller will need to send a request to the buyer. Okay, due to some reasons, I need an extension, maybe a 1-day extension or a 2 days extension. Okay, so it's going to send a request, and now it will be left for this buyer to either approve or reject that request. Okay, so the buyer will either approve, or after reading the reason and reading the time extension required, they can decide, okay, to approve or reject the extension request. Okay, so the extension approval or rejection. So if they reject or approve the extension requested by the seller, then we are going to send an email to the seller, okay, letting them know, okay, the buyer has approved the request or the buyer rejected the request. Okay, and then lastly, if a buyer delivers an order, okay, if a buyer delivers an order, then we need to send a message, an email to if a seller delivers an order, we need to send a message to the buyer, letting them know that, okay, your order by the particular seller has been delivered. Now, these are just the emails we're going to send. Maybe you can decide on your own to creates maybe if a review is added by the buyer or if a review is added by the seller, you want to send an email. Okay, but for the purposes of this course, these are the different emails that will be set or sent by both the buyer and the seller.